Hi, this is Edie from Waterfront Life, and I have a husband and wife team that I am really excited to introduce you to. They are just super cool people, which I obviously love to have in those advertising sponsors who fit, but I'm going to let them say hello. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I am Melissa Pitts, and this is my husband, Damian Pitts,
That's
and
me.
we are Blue Chip Shutters and Blinds.
Awesome. Give us a little background. Tell us what's your story? How did you get into starting your own business and doing this line of work?
Well, I'll take that one. Yes.
Please.
So I grew up in the business in Maryland. That's where I grew up. My dad had a blind business there. So I've been doing this really my whole life. I moved down to Florida in 95, and I joined a local company here, big company, in the window treatments business. And I started with him in 95. And I worked there until 2018. So about 23 years I spent with that company. And when the original owners sold the business, me and Melissa decided that we would part from that company and start our own business. And so here we are. And thanks to so many years of being in the community and establishing great relationships with clients, we became busy very quickly because of all the work that I had done in the same industry here in the Daytona, Ormond Beach, Volusia County, Flagler Beach area.
Excellent, excellent. Yes, I guess I met you a year and a half ago.
We met a year and a half ago,
Yeah.
but the previous company I used to work with, you were very familiar with the owner there. So
Yeah.
I remember seeing you around a couple times, but I was a worker bee at the time.
Yeah.
So we didn't really get to formally introduce ourselves.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So just because it's this time in the world, let me ask you, what has been your story with COVID-19? What has happened and how did you adjust to business and life around this situation?
Well, do you have any thoughts on that?
The first couple weeks were slow, but after that, it kind of became business as usual, which was surprising, not only for the situation in COVID, but springtime historically is pretty slow for the window treatment industry. So having said that, I'll let you carry on.
Yeah, I think because of people staying home and kind of looking at those ugly window treatments, it caused a surge. So not only business as usual, but we've increased our business in comparison to the previous year at this time. A lot of that's due to our own growth and how our popularity has grown, I would say. Or maybe not popularity, but just the impact in the community with doing more jobs and getting more referrals. And I also feel like a lot of folks have done a lot of research because they're home more. So they're seeing, some of their neighbors and family and friends doing things and researching and then going online and finding us rather than just going with the standard companies that were around. They researched and found us. And so a lot of people that we have met and have done business with have said that, they did more research, more looking, and they found us and gave us an opportunity, and they've been happy with the way things have turned out. As far as how COVID has affected the business, as far as on another note, besides just sales and taking care of people's homes, we've had to change some of our practices. Obviously, when we go into the home on sales calls, I like to wear a mask to protect my clients. And our installers, same thing. They wear a mask, they're wearing gloves, booties on their shoes. I think that's important because you walk in one person's home or out in a gas station or grocery store, we're going to walk into your home after that. We make sure we have booties for the installers. And this protects the client, but it also protects my guys. I need those guys, and they want to keep working, and I need them too as well. So those things have changed a little bit. So our process a little bit slower, but we're still, like Missy said, business as usual, and just trying to stay busy, which we've been extremely busy.
That's great to hear. There's nothing that makes me happier to see, especially my partners doing well. So what would you say separates you from other people that do the same type of business?
So, first and foremost, we have a dedication to excellence. We want to make sure we do our very best at whatever it is we're doing, whether it's a repair or whether it's brand new product or whether it's something unique. And because of our experience, we are able to tackle some of those unique projects, whether it's oddly shaped windows or, we just have a lot of different construction in this town, with older homes and newer homes. And so sometimes you really have to be creative to make a dream come true. My installer and I both have a lot of carpentry skills. So this allows us to not just, take a square window and put a square blind in there. We can do many different things and can accommodate, many different desires that people have for their home. So we do have literally a lifetime of experience in the industry. And then also with all the years in this community, it helps me to be very resourceful. There's certain times that I can't do something on my own, but I know several people in different industries, whether it's carpet or painting or plumbing or whatever. And those guys that are here locally can help us complete a project that is more unique. And then also the amount of time I've spent in the industry, some of my vendors actually worked with my dad when I was under 10 years old. So some of these vendors, I know it's wild, but yeah, some of these vendors that I deal with, they've known me since before I got out of elementary school. And they're really excited that I have taken this step, and they do a lot to just help. And we need it, starting a business these days. And so it's really cool to have those relationships.
Okay, awesome. What would you say is your favorite part of the business that you're in? What do you enjoy the most?
What do you enjoy the most? Working with me all the time.
Absolutely. That doesn't come without its challenges, but it's definitely cool that, because I worked for corporate America for the past 10 years, and this is definitely a different wheelhouse for me. So there was some adjustment, and a lot of people, I think, were concerned for my well-being working with my husband. But honestly, that's been probably one of my favorite parts. It's nice to have somebody that you have a great relationship with, and you can kind of playfully banter with one another back and forth, and nobody takes it personally. It's just, that's our normal relationship anyway. So it's fun that you can kind of carry that into what you do every day.
Yes. And
my favorite thing is point blank and simple is meeting new people. Obviously working with my wife, let me throw that out there. That is fantastic. I get to spend more time with her because I work a lot of hours. And so now some of those hours are with this fine young lady. But meeting new people, all the clients, it's fantastic. From all over the globe, we get a chance to meet. And then the different styles in home decor is one of my favorites. Everybody has a different style, and no style is alike. And we just get to see some really cool things, really cool ideas and styles, and just you name it. And that's what I like the most.
that's cool. I can imagine how many homes you get to see and create based on what they're asking for. So that's cool. So now's the question that is, tell us something about you guys that we wouldn't normally know through business or your advertising.
What do you think, honey? something that people don't know about us?
Well, I'll just lead that question then. And that
Okay.
is, when I first met you, you guys were going on a limb to start a business, and you told me a story about what happened close to Christmas.
Yep.
Mhm.
Well, you would ask the question, what is something that people don't know about us? And you
There's
said
probably a lot.
there's a lot, some of which we're not going to
Yeah,
talk about.
no, let's not go there.
But you said keep it fun. So I was thinking
Well,
about it, and I was like, well, and so this is what I got. I was like, so in 2014, we had a house fire on Christmas Day. And now, is that fun and exciting? No, not necessarily. It isn't. We lost everything on that fire on Christmas. It was on Christmas Day, which is crazy. Um, Believe it or not, 4 years later, we had another fire. It was a small one, just a little smoke damage. That you didn't know that just happened last year, but it was minor. But because of that fire, an awesome experience ended up happening. Obviously, because it was on Christmas, there was a lot of publicity. Every news station was there. So donations came flooding in of clothes and toys and gifts and furniture. And also people were monetarily giving too. We would have never expected what we would have received. And so what came out of that was a few things. One, that publicity, we had an overabundance of items. Well, in the coming weeks, there were a couple other families that also had fires and misfortune, and we had more than what we needed. So we were able to reach out to them and supply them with everything they needed, from clothes to furniture to kitchen items. And so being able to help those couple of families was amazing. But we also monetarily, we were able to get a down payment for a house, which we didn't have. And we saved the money, a little bit of money we had left over. And ultimately, that is what we used to start this business. So this business that we have, that we just enjoy and just love, was born off of that tragic event, which in the end wasn't so tragic, ended up being a blessing, a hard blessing, but a wonderful one at the same
yeah.
time.
How old were your kids at the time of the fire?
So that's
16.
almost 6 years ago. So Bella is 17 now, so she was 11, 12, and Demetrius is going to be 13 next month, so he was about 6,
Yeah,
7.
I remember you telling me that when I first met you, that you had gone through a complete loss of everything you owned. And
Everything.
that takes a lot. Starting a business, trust me, I've done it several times. It takes a lot. Blood, sweat, and tears was not a saying that came from nowhere.
Yeah, no, it's
So,
true.
so what advice would you give to readers of Waterfront Life and beyond, any customers looking for window treatments and shades and all the things that you do, which is not just window treatments, it's beyond. You have services and obviously things have evolved so much in dressing a window or having privacy.
Absolutely.
What would be your advice?
When it comes to window treatments, I feel like all of our waterfront people and residents, they should, one, like, ask about experience. There's a lot of new companies that are coming up. We are a growing community, and with that, we get more competition. You get more businesses that come into town. So you want to know about their experience. The window treatments industry is very complicated. It's one of the most complicated when it comes to home services. You know, location, where they're located. Are they here locally? You know, and I think that's important because our showroom, it's right on Granada. I live right off of Nova Road in Tomoka Oaks. And so this is my community. And I live here. My kids go to school here. So I respect everyone who lives here, and I take every single job very importantly. So you want to know that they should ask about where they're located. Do they have a showroom? There's so many different products out there. Sometimes pictures and small samples aren't enough. We have a showroom on Granada. Come check us out. You can see some working samples, see things that are motorized, see shutters and the different colors and Roman shades. And we can kind of take away some of those complicated questions that you might have just by stepping into the showroom.
Yeah. I am constantly amazed that redoing a window can completely change the look of a room.
It really can.
And so you can remodel without remodeling. You can have a whole new look without doing major renovation. So.
And not only just visually, making it more visually appealing, but it also can change your mood as well. Different colors change the way that you feel. Darker colors can be warmer, lighter colors can be more energetic. We can darken a room if sleeping is of utmost importance. We've got a lot of folks that work at night and sleep during the day, so they need those type of things. So not only visually can we change things with a window treatment, but also, emotionally as well. Whether it's a fabric treatment that can help, add that
Flair.
that flair and touch of feeling, I guess. So I see it in both areas.
Yes. Okay, so you talked about Granada, but tell us how to find you.
How do they find us, honey?
We are on Granada Boulevard. It's 307 West Granada, and we're in Suite 1001. It is the Olive Storage Office Building. So if you are coming from Beachside, we're going to be on the right-hand side just before you get to the railroad tracks. If you're coming from the west side, we are going to be just past the railroad tracks on your left.
Many locals remember that as the S.R. Perrott building.
Yes, that is true. That is true. We've had so many upcoming people in the area that sometimes whenever I say, do you know where S.R. Perrott?
Yeah.
Like, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Like, do you know where the Jimmy John's is?
Yep.
Or on Jimmy John's.
Yeah.
Okay, website, Facebook, phone number. Do you have any of those?
Our office number is 386-301-5180. Call the office anytime. If we're here, we'll answer. If not, leave a message and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Our website, www.bluechipshuttersblinds.com. And we do have a Facebook page. Check that out. We actually post more pictures and designs on Facebook than we actually do on our website. It's easier to get things on there. So yeah, check out the Facebook page, and also go to our Google page. There's a Google page. If you go to like Google Maps and type in Blue Chip, we have pictures in there as well. So I think in my industry, pictures are what speaks the loudest. People tell me, oh, this is the one I want. I go into homes and they have saved pictures, and that's what they want. And then we can go into those details.
Yeah.
So you'll find different pictures and things on Facebook and our Google page and also our website.
Okay. Well, as I watch the two of you banter, I keep getting memories of you coming to the Waterfront Life Halloween party dressed as a Indian and a cowboy, dancing up a storm, I might add. There's pictures of that. It was very fun, and you guys are fun.
I actually have the picture that you sent to us posted on our wall in my office, so it's pretty awesome.
Well, I want to thank you again for being an advertising partner and sponsor of Waterfront Life. I know through COVID, I have gotten such an outpouring of comments from residents that this is one thing they can count on in their mailbox, that they enjoy, that it's not scary news and
Right.
that they continue to learn more about their neighbors. So thank you. Thank you both for being such great partners, and you really do fit the audience that I work with.
Well, thank you for the opportunity to be in the magazine. It's a wonderful publication, and we're honored to be invited in there. Thank you.
Thank you.